All right, we are recording. Okay, so I know this was a really last minute Zoom thing to hop on, but thank you, Tracy and Leanne and my mom for joining last minute. And the rest of you hopefully will watch the recording of this, but I wanted to go ahead and launch it. I'm about to be out of town for 2 days, so I wanted to launch it quickly because we are at the end of the month and so many of you are doing such a great job with using your codes that Plexus has so generously offered to us. Hey, T, same idea. I wanted to go ahead and launch this. This is something that I have been working on behind the scenes for the last couple of weeks. I have literally poured myself into this. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for hopping on. I wanted to introduce this to you guys. This is something that has been inspired to me from Bob Heilig. Tracy, you guessed it. I have been like eating up everything that Bob Heilig has said, and if you guys are not in the Legacy Leadership Academy, go join it next time he opens it up because it's $57 a month, but it is so totally worth it. Totally worth it. Bob Heilig is a amazingly obvious Christian, and just his morals are in the right spot, and I am just like loving everything he says. But I have been watching his whole thing on onboarding systems and getting people started off strongly and just having a simple system in place. And for those of you who've been with us for a long time, you'll realize and know that we've tried to do different onboarding systems many different times over many different years. But all of them have just been way too complicated, in essence, to really keep up and not very duplicatable to be able to just loose the reins with other people who are joining in. So after watching Bob's thing and getting convicted that we do not have something like that, a super simple system in place, I decided I was going to drop everything and I'm going to create one. And so I have downloaded Bob's PDF sample of what his system recommendations should look like. I also asked another Emerald ambassador who I highly respect, who has also gone through Bob Heilig's Legacy Leadership Academy. And she says that his system has drastically transformed her business and helped her get to Emerald. So she added me to her group and let me look at her system she had in place. And so I took side by side Bob's PDF and her PDF, and I have, from those two, compiled our own PDF for the Wellness Rocks team to use. And as of 15 minutes ago, I just uploaded all of those documents to the Wellness Rocks group, which I will show you guys in a screen share in a minute where you can find these. Super simple to find. But a quote that I heard from Bob in a video that he actually shared this morning that I listened to is that systems provide the fertile soil that allows leaders to grow. And I really, really liked that quote. Because if you think about it, if you have something that's already straightforward, printed out, shown to somebody, that you can send to somebody and help them feel empowered, then that is fertilizing their leadership soil, per se. So I really like that quote a lot. So let me show you guys. I have made several different documents. There's about a total of 7 different documents. Don't let this overwhelm you. I'll break down what each one is for. It's actually, you're only going to be sending 1 or 2 to each person. But I'm going to show you where all of these are. Let me share my screen. Actually, I'm going to go to here. So there's documents for new ambassadors, there's documents for new customers, and there's new documents for someone who really wants to work the business. That's basically the basis of it. So I'm going to show you, nod your head if you see the Wellness Rocks page on here. Okay, good. All right, so I don't know if y'all are familiar with the units section of groups yet, but it's a newer feature that Facebook just released. And so I have decided to upload these files in the units section instead of the file section, because the file section of our group has so many different files on it, and I want these to be easily accessible to everybody. So there's one of two ways that you can find the units in case you don't know how to find units on a group. One is, once you're on the home page, go to the far left it's the one right under discussion, and you'll click on units. Or you can click on to the right side and you can see over here, go to units, and there's only one unit completed. And you can click on either one of these. It'll take you to the same place. So I only have one unit created so far, and that's onboarding guides for new customers and ambassadors. And this is where all of the documents are going to be found. So you're going to just click on this, and it's going to show you all of my different documents right here. And each one is titled, and then above the title of the document, I have an explanation about what the document is to be used for. So it should be very, very, very straightforward. So the first thing I want to show you is the Sponsors Guide for New Customers and Ambassadors. That's this one right here. This would be the most simple one. So this is for you who have already sponsored a new customer or signed up, I said that backwards, sponsored a new ambassador or signed up a new customer. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to open this document up. Hold on real quick. I got to open it on a different window. And I'll share that with you. I'm just going to quickly go over what is on here so you can see. But this is what it will look like once you open that document that's on the Wellness Rocks Units page. So this is a broken down, step-by-step, 1, 2, 3, 4 checklist of what you, as a sponsor for your new customers and ambassadors, should do to get them started off strong. And you'll see on here, I have this broken down. The purple section is what you do with a new customer. The light pink section is what you do for both wholesale users and business builders. So you do this for both of them. And once your business builders have completed the light pink section, then if they really want to work the business, you're going to go down to this dark pink section, and you're going to complete this section with all of your business builders right here. And then there's a darker pink section for 30 days. So this is broken down into first 48 hours, first 7 days, and first 30 days. And that's how Bob suggested having the layout worked, because the idea is to help your new ambassador get a return on their investment within the first 30 days. So once we're done with this Zoom, if you want to pop on and read over this whole list, it'll take too long for me to go over it. This is the most complicated one because this is all of the documents put into one place, but it's for you guys to know what to send to your new people and when. All right, and so literally, if you have a new customer, be like, boom, light purple. Okay, what is step 1? Send them the ordering as a customer document found in the file section of Wellness Rocks. I need to change that to units. I'll change the wording on that and re-upload it. But anyway, so before they've ordered, if they haven't ordered yet, there's a document in there that'll help them order. Step 2, after they place their order, email or message your new ambassador, your new customer, the Getting Started as a Customer Guide, and encourage them to print it off. Once they've done that, go to the next step, so on and so forth. That is how simple this should be to use. So that's how it'll work for all of this. And I'll change that they're found in the files to the units, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So that is what that one is right there. And so This document right here will show you what all of the other documents are for. All right. So say you have a new customer that joins. I'm going to share my screen just to show you real quick what it looks like. That's the right one, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is what you would send to a new customer who has already ordered. So as soon as they order, you're going to send them this document. And the light purple section will show you that you send them this document. And it's important that you either email it or message it to them. Don't rely on just tagging them on the document in the group, because more than likely they're going to miss their notification, and you want to make sure that they see this and they print it off. That is what Bob says for their best success, is to have this here. So it's super easy. Like, once they've ordered, make sure they know their username, write it down, their password for ordering as a customer. This is where we're going to do something different. That is a new announcement for our team, and that is that Bob suggests adding your customers to your team page along with your ambassadors. So if you want to, you are now welcome to add your customers to the Wellness Rocks page along with your ambassadors. And that's just so that they have a place to more intimately ask questions and share their story. Now make sure that they know if they're added that we're not going to take any negativity, obviously, but as long as it's a question written in a positive note, then we would love to have it and help them out. So there's two reasons for this. One is, like I said, to have a place of a deeper, more personal connection. The other reason is, hopefully, if your customer is in there and they see some of the success of other people doing well in the business, it might start piquing their interest and be like, I'm really liking these products. I really wonder if I could, start doing what, Leanne did and earn an iPad or whatever. So that's another reason to add them too, just to kind of pique their interest. So this is what is going to be laid before them as their step-by-step thing of what to do when they join as a new customer. And the reason you send this to them right off the bat is so they know what to expect. Bob is very big on letting your new people know what they should expect within their first 30 days of, the work they're supposed to do, or, product usage. Anything needs to be laid before them so they can see how simple it is and they can plan ahead, because people like to plan ahead. And if you just send each one of these step by step in a message, it can get really overwhelming for them. Whereas this, you see they have little check boxes here. And so literally they're not going to go to the next check until they've checked the previous one off. So it's super straightforward and simple for them. This wording right here is a wording that Bob suggests to do to kind of, it's not salesy at all. It just kind of helps people to just share with their friends. And this also kind of piques their interest a little with maybe sharing, not right now, but in a very non-salesy way. So the other thing on the new customer guide is it has tips on how to take your products the right way. And this was written by my mom and her suggestions on taking the products. This is for the triplex. This is more in-depth on the triplex, but then it's broken down into this spreadsheet right here. So if they just want a simple spreadsheet, they can just print this part off instead. And then below this, if they have other products, this is all the other products with suggestions on how to do that too. So that's the customer guide. The others are basically the same way, the new ambassador checklist. And again, once we're done with this Zoom, you guys can totally go on there and open those files and check them out. But let me show you this one real quick. So this is the new ambassador checklist. Again, you're going to send, the moment that your new you get a new ambassador, whether they are a wholesale ambassador and they just want the discount on the products, or they want to work the business. You're going to send them the new ambassador checklist first, all right, and then have them go down the steps just like you did with the customers. Now, one thing you will notice is that this one doesn't have the when and how should I take my products attached to it. You will be sending that to them in another email too, and that's shown right here about when they print it off, and you'll see in your sponsors guide about when to send that to them too. So that's the only difference, biggest difference really between that and the customer one. So if you have a business builder who wants to build a business, now you're going to have to ask them questions, and there's some verbiage to help with that on your sponsors guide to help them judge if they want to be a business builder. Once you have established that they do want to be a business builder, that's when you send them the action guide, but only after they have finished the new ambassador checklist. And so this is basically a system for how they start building their business. This is the action guide. So there's, they're going to join the bigger team page. They're going to watch the sharing system video, how to share with people, power of 3. Here's some verbiage that's written out for them. They can copy and paste it when they're getting ready to send messages to people. And then it even has a list for writing names in here for people. So that's for people who want to work the business. And then that is really all that you're going to send to the people. The only other part of this is that Bob suggests that if you have somebody who wants to work the business, in addition to sending them the action guide, you're also going to do what he called an onboarding call. And he suggested doing those one of 3 ways. One is you could just meet with your person in person, if doable, and have the onboarding call with them in person. Or you could do it one-on-one over a Zoom, like we're doing now. Or he said a great way to do it is actually to go live in your team training group and do your onboarding call like every so often. So I'm still trying to work a schedule out in my head, but my hope is that maybe that I can start going live in the Wellness Rocks page like every other week with this same onboarding call every single time. And I actually have a onboarding script layout written up too that I will be sharing for people who want to do this themselves, taken exactly from Bob's onboarding call script. And basically the only difference between this and like the new ambassador checklist is the onboarding call goes over how to help someone create their why. It goes over how to help somebody set realistic expectations, like people will tell them no, things like that. It helps people to know how to establish their business goal and really shows them how to get a return on their investment within their first 30 days by talking about the Fast Start flyer very briefly. It does not go into the compensation plan, but very, very briefly just to show them that it's possible just by talking to 3 people or whatever. So with that said, I'm thinking about doing the first onboarding call live in the Wellness Rocks page on Tuesday night. Hopefully my schedule allows, and it should be about 30 to 45 minutes max. And the other thing, okay, so we're adding new customers to the group, but Bob also said that with doing your onboarding call live in the team page, that if you have somebody who is a fence sitter who has not yet joined, but who is interested in learning about how to work their business, he said to add them to your team page and ask them if they want to listen to that onboarding call too, to see how simple it is and to show them that it's all laid out for them. So if you have somebody who you know already, now remember, this is only for somebody who you've already sent several other third-party tools to, who you know is interested in the business, not the product, but the business, then go ahead and add them to the Wellness Rocks page, and then they can watch the onboarding call. And ask them if they want to watch it to see how simple it is. Like, I know this is kind of scary, but my leader is doing this call that shows how simple the system's laid out. Would you like to come be a fly on the wall just to see how simple it is? Something really easy like that. No pressure at all. So that is my vision for this, is hopefully every other week. Maybe once we start adding more people, again, a lot, we'll do it every week. But for now, every other week is my vision for that. So that is an overview of the new system. And the cool thing is, with these files, is you can literally, once you sign a new ambassador up, they go through the new ambassador checklist, the action guide, and they have somebody join underneath them. Then you send them the sponsors guide for new ambassadors and customers, and then they start over with their people. And so it's like a big circle. So there's no like one person involved in keeping things going. It's literally just passing on these documents to help them visually with a step-by-step of everything. So do any of you who are on here have questions or thoughts or whatever? Make sure you unmute yourself.
You said next Tuesday is your first live. Do you mean April the 2nd?
I actually haven't looked at the calendar, but yeah, I guess that's what it would be.
Okay, what time?
I don't know. In the evening, probably. So that more people could hop on.
So we can tweak these if we want, like if we're using Living Well instead of other groups for our customers. Because many of us have been working on that group for months now.
Well, read through the documents. They're the place where they're added to the Living Well group too.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that on the one that I was looking at.
No, I just wanted to launch into this to show you how it works, but now y'all can go and read through the documents.
I saw the one that had other groups that I wasn't currently adding people to, so.
So I hope this is helpful to you guys. I feel like it's a missing tool that I've been missing, at least, not really having a full system for onboarding. And I wish I had something like this when I started, because I was clueless. So hopefully it'll be helpful. And it might take a little bit of practice, for a little bit to get in the groove of how to do it and all that stuff. But I really thought this through, and I actually had a couple of people test it out for me. And they've given me their feedback, and one person said, "It's so easy, a caveman could do it." So hopefully it really is. That was my goal. So
I think it's really good, because it's like we recreate the wheel every time, and this makes it so simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's genius, Anna. Thank you. Thank you for your time in that.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I have a question. If y'all have any kind of guidance, there is a sweet girl. She homeschools or she's got small kids. She's a Christian girl. Her husband's in the military, and he doesn't want her to do it because she got in trouble with Young Living buying too much stuff, and it didn't. You know where I'm going with this. I mean, I'm not down in Young Living. I use the oils, but this gets to the root of it. And I just want to ask for prayers that he's open-minded that she do this. Of course, I don't want to step on anybody's toes because, you know, they're husband and wife, but it's just too good of an opportunity to pass up right now, to not get on board now, you know, and it'll help her meet other people. And she's in adrenal fatigue bad. She had something on her tongue. She thought it was cancer, and they found something on her thyroid, like a nodule or something. Anyway, just be praying for her. Her name's Emily.
Definitely.
So.
Is she scared that she'll just buy too much stuff and get stuck into it?
I think so. I think that's what he's scared of. But I told her it was kind of funny because Jimmy was afraid that I would do that with this because I would go crazy with stuff. I would buy everything, you know, and it just wasn't getting to the root of things. And then I started I was like, look, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go against our household, but I'll just use my own money and you'll see. You'll see, because Jessica wouldn't steer me wrong, you know, kind of thing. And 2 weeks later, he was like, okay, give me some vitamins. Let me try some. I'll wear them down. And now he just tells people, call Carrie. If they, you know, just call her. So anyway, it's really cool. It's really cool to see it unfold. And this, and I don't want to keep y'all, but this is so cool. So the holistic place that we went to in Oklahoma, the assistant to the you know, the doctor. Anyway, she is so cool. She is such a good Christian woman. She was skeptical about this stuff, and I told her about it, and she said, Carrie, there are people out there spending $10,000 on supplements or more, not getting better. She said, and I can't convince them to do this, but it's so simple. And she said, it really works. I mean, to hear that from somebody that is helping people with cancer and all that stuff, it's amazing. And I'd like to share that, but I'm afraid I'm going to say something and the FDA be on me like white on rice on a paper plate in a snowstorm. You know what I mean? So
Could you ask her if maybe she could get her husband to get on the Get Health and Happiness group and read through some of those stories? Maybe that would help.
So if she would ask her husband, well, she's his assistant. She's not married to him, which I thought they were married when I first met them, but they just have that kind of relationship.
Okay.
But anyway, I could probably get her to get on there and say something. I don't know if he would.
Yeah.
Because he's afraid of, you know, getting in trouble, I guess. He's a little bit out there too, y'all. I'm just going to tell you.
Sounds like it.
But she is not. She's very, she researches all of the stuff. And he's very wheatgrass and everything, that kind of deal. And I don't know if he would do it, but she would, I believe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll definitely, you said Emily, be praying for her.
So Emily's the girl that, Emily's the girl that her husband's in the military and doesn't want her to do it.
Right.
Did I confuse? Was I telling too many stories at one time, y'all? I'm sorry. There's so much going on.
I don't know. Emily's husband is who I was saying maybe could read the group.
Oh, to get him to look on the group?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that I know, I can add her. I'll add her to the Wellness Rocks. I don't know if we can convince him to watch it, but maybe I could convince him to watch like Leanne's videos with her husband.
Yeah. But no, I'm saying get him to read some of because of what I'm understanding. What?
The testimonies.
Yeah, he doesn't think it'll work. Is that what you're saying? So get him to get on the Gut Health and Happiness group to read some of those testimonies. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. well, there's a lot of good stuff on there now too.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll suggest that. I'll definitely suggest it. Thank you.
All right. Well, anybody else have anything? Cool. I'll let you go read those files and have fun. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Thanks.